Welcome you to the Circle Up Prowl Weekly, episode 10. My name's Clay.
My name's Jay.
I'm Justin.
CJ from Town 205.
There you go, representing. If anyone doesn't get that, that was Vince McMahon saying you're fired. Whether that's how it went down, but that's an interpretation of how Shaw said it over the phone to Gus Bradley.
No way it went down like that.
No way.
No way.
Small chance?
Small chance.
No chance.
He's too nice of a guy.
Nicest guy.
Nicest guy ever. He even said he would recommend the next guy the job.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they made a point to say, regrettably. And you could see it on their face. Like, they didn't want to do this. It was a happy firing.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was relieved it was over.
Relieved. I mean, they were relieved that the monotony was over. They didn't want to get rid of him in some aspect because of his personality. They were hoping it would have a different outcome. But the change hadn't happened.
Yeah, if you've had a relative that was on their deathbed and they were, like, suffering, it's that kind of feeling. Like, you don't want to see them go, but at the same time, I'm glad that's over.
And for anyone that doesn't understand what we're referencing, Gus Bradley was from the Jacksonville Jaguars just after the Houston Texans game Sunday afternoon. But he still took the flight back with the team.
Yeah, woof.
Very awkward, which a few players actually had comments to say about that one, how they thought that was handled.
Even us, who were really wanting him to go, thought it was really a weird way to do it.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And to fly back on the same jet.
None of it makes sense to me.
No.
Like, why is the Vikings game the straw that breaks the camel's back?
Yeah, I don't know.
And why did it take until after the Texans game?
Well, supposedly they talked about it during the meetings.
I'm assuming it happened at league meetings.
Yes. And so they didn't want to do it during the middle of the week.
When he's already made in the game plan and everything like that.
Great continuity.
What happened in that Vikings game that made them go, okay, we definitely can't let this guy be the coach anymore?
My thing is, were they going to keep him before that? I mean, what was
I read they was going
deal?
to fire him regardless after that game.
Why is that the game that did it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they were
makes no
just
sense.
as embarrassing
Should
the
have
week
been the
before.
game.
Yeah, they were just as embarrassing the week before against Denver. They were way more embarrassing in Nashville.
I was about to say, they were better against Denver. They were more competitive. Minnesota, they were just bad across the whole ball. It was they weren't into the game. They were into the game, but they weren't. The defense was not good.
No, it was total trash.
It was, Denver looked like they had fight.
You could have come to this conclusion so much earlier.
Yeah,
absolutely.
like last year.
And then, well, that too. But,
Last
but you
year
could have
makes more
actually
sense.
given Doug Marrone a fighting chance to see an audition.
Regardless of whether you think Marrone would be a good coach, you at least get to see what these players look like with a different coach.
Right.
Yeah, true enough.
Unfortunately, it's unfair to us as fans. It's unfair to the coaching staff, and it's unfair to the players.
Yeah, definitely. All in all, it was a blessing. It was like an early Christmas present. It's done.
Yeah, the deed's done. Finally, it's out the door, which it's like the big monkeys off the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tennessee was week 8, so that was halfway through the season. You
Yeah,
saw
would've
what
been
kind of
ideal.
season you were going to get. The only reason the score looked as good as it did is because of garbage time touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
You knew what it was.
And it was a Thursday night game. It had essentially a mini bye.
Yeah.
To
And the
organize
owner was
things.
there, so he saw every moment of it.
Yep. And instead of having a short week to readapt things like you do now.
Interestingly enough, after that, Shad Khan had a meeting with the players to ask what was wrong and what he could do to help. And they didn't win a game after that.
You would think that would be the writing on the wall going, screw this guy. We don't.
Yeah,
We're not really up for him.
and to be
We're
honest,
still going to fight, but we're not going to win.
and to be honest though, it was even a little weirder because Clay and I discussed this a couple days ago. Shad Khan being at the actual stadium for the Thursday night game, whereas he was in the River James or whatever over near Fulham on his yacht
During
this last game. He wasn't even at the stadium. Supposedly he called his son. His son talked to Dave, and they decided to do it.
It's good to know what Tony's role is with the company. His role is to just relay messages.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, he's got a little bit more in there, but
I think that his position is probably, with the company, is probably overblown by the fans. I don't think that he has nearly as much sway as people make it out to.
probably not to an extent. But
Especially based off of his comments.
No, but I think he's going to have more as time goes on.
Oh, yeah, hands
Honestly,
down.
I kind of hope so. Because based off of our last draft was an analytics person's dream.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's the best draft we've had under Dave Caldwell.
And that's what it takes. God bless. Let's do more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go from there. Now Doug Marone's the interim head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars for the remaining 2 games as we host the Tennessee Titans. And the Titans are coming in with the possibility to go for the division. Sounds fun.
Definitely. I don't expect to win. I'm just going to throw that out there right now.
I've been expected to win a long time.
Yeah, but I mean, we've got to break down every game. Can't just expect to win.
What game is the last time I expected to win?
Oh, the first game of the season, bro.
I thought we had a really good chance to. I really
There's
don't
another
know.
game in between there, I thought.
There were like a handful. A fingerful.
I know there's a game at some point.
And should have won.
Yes, this is true.
Oh shit! They were up by 13 in Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no reason. After that Marquise touchdown return, we should have.
Yeah, it should have been the nail in the coffin. I mean, we did essentially put the nail in the coffin on Brock Osweiler.
Yes.
Did that.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I was kind of hoping we'd get to see Brock Osweiler for a couple more years.
Yeah.
He just got too bad too quick. Just not mediocrely bad. Just he really sucked it up.
Yeah.
I mean, he got worse than Blake. I mean, that's pretty bad.
Like, he's not like Troll 2, where it's like so bad it's good. He's like Ginger Dead Man, where it's just bad and unenjoyable.
Ooh, that's a deletable DVD.
He made the best receiver disappear.
I kind of take that back. I kind of take that back. I watched all of the original Ginger Dead Man.
No.
I did not finish Ginger Dead Man 2, The Passion of the Crust. I didn't finish that one, because it was really bad.
That's just terrible to even think about.
The original one, The Ginger Dead Man, was voiced by Gary Busey.
That sounds so...
Pretty good. I agree. It sounds great.
That sounds something.
Yeah.
Wow. So, Jaguars are officially coachless with the exception of an interim with Doug Marone. What does our future hold, gentlemen? What do you see? Who do you like as head coaches?
I don't see the Leo. I don't see...
Or the Lotto.
The Lotto? I
The
never
Otto,
saw the Lotto.
Lotto, Giotto, Gelato.
It's
all gone.
Honestly, all the made-up positions, we only saw one of them come to fruition.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought wasn't Dan Scuda and Miles Jack supposed to like play that some role of Lotto, whatever the heck that was?
There was Otto for a little bit.
They were strong side linebackers, let's be real.
Yes.
They didn't play any different, so we never saw what the Otto actually was.
And supposedly they were supposed to rush the passer.
Exactly my point.
I never saw Dan Scuda ever rush the dang
Exactly
passer.
my point. He was a strong side linebacker.
Yeah.
So, whatever. So, the Leo is the only made-up position we ever saw actually on the field, and it's gone.
And they don't even call it that on player introductions. They call it the end. So suck it up. Go on.
Well, when they can't find a spot for Miles Jack in this defense, there's an issue with the defense.
Yep.
It needs to be eradicated.
I don't think we're going to see any more keep everything in front of you, but be aggressive defense. That please don't give up the big play and screw us over defense is going to go away.
Quick
There's
question.
some aspects about it that are good, but most are not.
Quick question. Justin and I were talking about this earlier in the week. Why is Jalen play man-to-man and Prince play off coverage?
It seems like they've got the secondary in a lot of zone coverage, but
Yeah.
Jalen seems like he's in pretty tight man coverage.
It's because he's so athletic.
That's slow for
No,
sure.
it's not.
Some of your most athletic defensive backs play man-to-man.
From what I've gathered, it's pretty much because of his athleticism. He can make it up.
So I think I see that going away because I feel like we've got some talent at the corner position that's been
when wasted.
Plus, I
Just
think
put
there's
in
a
a
lot of
place to
miscommunication, too.
I feel like it's been put in a place to fail.
And the same thing with Deshaun Gibson. Okay, he was brought in to get interceptions. Well, you're not getting any push. You're not forcing the ball. What did I tell you earlier in the week? I said, how many balls have been thrown over the middle because there is Deshaun Gibson and they're not thrown over the middle to a goddamn tight end, Delaney Walker, when pause is on.
You're saying all this, and you're kind of like setting us up for Delaney Walker to have a big game.
I
Because
know.
you're saying all this.
And with this
I know,
here, we
I
have
got-
our Titan insider, CJ,
I got on
So-
fantasy.
Me too.
for any Titan inside details.
Delaney gonna give me my
There is
fantasy points?
He probably will. But
At least 13. I need a solid 13.
One touchdown were there.
Yeah, one touchdown and about 30 yards.
I firmly believe the Titans are going to win the division this year. I don't. There's
Well,
some
it's gonna-
ways
it's like-
they control their destiny.
Yeah,
They obviously control their destiny.
I think Marcus Mariota is a lot more special than people give him credit for.
And let's not get carried away.
I said that about David Garrard, so continue.
Okay.
averages days long.
Good guy, though.
I think we got a lot of not a lot of superstars, but a lot of solid football players that just want to win.
Yeah.
And
They're-
they're tired of losing.
C plus get you past.
They're buying into Mike Mularkey's system.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
Helmets are straight as.
Yep. In a row. Ducks in a row, and they've caught fire.
Yeah, pretty
Titans
much
won
this
a
year.
number
What
of
we're trying to
games.
do is keep that score low, run the ball, and play solid defense.
Yeah, they caught fire in the least sexiest way, but it wins.
Well, it doesn't matter how
And-
sexy it is. Winning.
Yeah, it wins.
She knows Jaguar football at one point.
Yep.
Just run her until the other team just can't stop you.
Or until your running back breaks down.
And ideally, the way the Titans play football is ideal for the postseason. Especially going through cold environments and inclement weather. Which is good for when they host the Texans in a Week 17 matchup coming up.
Yeah, I just don't think the defense is good enough. That's the only problem for them. The dream within a dream within a dream.
That is to be decided coming up.
But that's the life we've got right now. We get to talk about other teams' postseason chances.
Yeah. I
We
Yeah,
got
that's what we
eliminated
always
by
have.
week 8.
Because we haven't talked about our postseason chances in
almost
8 years.
10 years.
8-9 years.
Let's talk about the important stuff. What is your favorite of the 14 Gus Bradley win?
Giants.
Because it was 14.
Giants was a pretty solid one.
That was really good.
That
That was good. That was my first year as a official.
Or
as
the
a season
Bold Rush
ticket holder.
game.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good.
It
Just
was-
because I was all decked out in gold and we were having fun. It was nighttime. And
I was wearing this
All right.
gold vest, this lady's gold vest that I found at the Goodwill. So I look good, but whenever we watched the Ravens game at Brewers,
that was good.
that was a top 5 Gus Bradley moment.
It was.
I
My-
was dancing on the table.
My favorite game had
free
to
beer.
be the first Bills game over in London.
Also at Brewers.
Also at Brewers. But not because of Brewers. Just because of how we were up by like 20-something points.
Yeah, the comeback they had, and then Alan Hearns.
It's a very Gus Bradley way to win.
Yes.
Is almost finding a way to lose a win, a guaranteed
A
win.
guarantee win. Somehow you use your prevent defense.
4
and
straight runs to the 1 yard line with Toby Gerhardt. You can't get a touchdown.
Wow, that one still is minus -6 for me.
Yeah.
And that is when the year right after that, or the end of that year actually, we let Toby Gerhardt walk in free, or we cut him actually, and you have to play another down in the NFL.
There's probably a reason because all the other teams saw that 4 times in a cloud of dust.
Yeah, it's this weird thing the Jaguars players do.
Dakota Watson,
Yeah, Reggie Williams, Matt Jones, they just never play football again.
Gino Hayes.
Gino Hayes.
Yeah, I think he's on Twitter still.
Yeah, unfortunately.
He's hating.
Oh yeah, he's a definite hater.
So there's a couple of good bright spots of those few wins that we got out of the Gus Bradley era.
Oh yeah, there were
The thing is, you
definitely
can remember them because there were so few. You can remember the
Yeah.
high points.
Like,
Yeah.
did they, 2-game winning streak is the most they ever had? Or was it
There was a
3?
three. I think
There
there was
was
three.
3.
In the first season, when the roster was the worst.
Yes.
It made no damn sense.
No, it never makes any sense.
So I will
I
not
think-
finally remember it.
I do think youth hurt him.
Sure.
I honestly
Yeah.
do.
I don't think you'll ever see a team built this way
No.
again.
Maybe the bulk of it will be built through the draft, but definitely a hell of a lot more free agency
Well, not even
And-
just the
and-
free agents, but you
in
will
the
acquire.
first and second years. Whereas Dave even openly admitted it a couple months
Yes.
back. He said, he didn't say up, but essentially that's what he said.
He said he should have done more. And he's
Yes.
right.
He should have.
Should have done
Maybe
more.
Maybe Gus Bradley would still be here. Thank God he's not.
Yeah, but he definitely was not given a good hand his first few years, which, I mean, doesn't help him as a coach. But those first few years, they're like, whatever, good luck. We're just going to put a product out there and let this develop with whatever around it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, he wasn't dealt a great hand even this year because of, like...
Blake being Blake.
Blake going in the tank and the offensive line. All the pieces they've tried to throw at the wall to see what would stick with the offensive line. They got one piece that's stuck. Two, if you count Kelvin Beachum. Kelvin Beacham's not bad. He's
Pretty
playing
fair.
injured and he's all right.
I
He's pretty
think he's
alright. I
only
like
caused like 5 or 6 sacks this year. That's not hard.
So you got Brandon Linder and you got Kelvin Beachum, and then you have Luke
After that, you have
Boyko
the
who can't get
drop-off.
you got Luke Boyko who can't get active. You've got Stefan Wisniewski who's already gone.
Dane Beatles.
You got Zane Beatles who's already gone. You've got Jeremy Parnell who's on his way out, I think.
Unless I don't remember how much he's paid, but I think he's paid pretty handsomely.
Can's okay,
Yeah, AJ Can has definitely regressed from his rookie year.
but he's okay.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's okay.
That's it for big investments.
I don't know if it hurt him
most
moving
are
from
big.
the other side or what, from left guard to right guard or what, but he's definitely regressed.
Oh yeah, Luke Jokel. I forgot Luke Jokel.
Oh yeah, he's still there.
Honestly, the best free agent guard they could pick up this offseason is probably Luke Jokel. But they're not going to.
No,
Yeah, because as we
he needs
discussed,
a new change. We need a different change.
as we discussed, he's going to try to go out and get left tackle money, as he rightfully should. Whether he gets it, I don't know.
Go get your money, yeah.
Even if
Switching
it's on a 1-year proof deal, whatever.
We'll switching it up a little bit. Going to coaches. What do you think? What do we see in the future of the Jaguars going from here? Who would you like to see taking the helm?
We got a couple
Jaguars.
names that have come up heavy.
Mike Smith.
Before Gus Bradley was even fired, Smitty was brought up.
Yes, and
It's
Josh
like-
McDaniels.
Yeah, I can't think of a less. It's not a very sexy idea to have Mike Smith in Jacksonville because I've already had that. That was the Gus Bradley era. That's what. It's like a more consistent Gus Bradley.
But I don't really want to lump him in there with Gus Bradley.
Same coaching staff.
Yeah,
I think.
didn't
Didn't they come from the same tree?
I think he did come from the same tree actually.
No,
The 2000 Ravens team. Were they on the same staff?
no.
Okay, well,
Bradley wasn't even there. He was like in college or something.
Bradley. No.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
talking about
talking Mike Smith, bro.
talking about Mike Smith, Marvin Lewis, Jack Del Rio. I'm pretty sure they were on the same staff.
Oh yeah, they
Baltimore.
were.
But you said Gus Bradley.
Sure, yeah. So it feels like the same thing to me. as
Del
Jack
Rio?
Del Rio, yeah.
No.
And then
Just a slightly better version of Jack Del Rio.
No, I mean, yeah, he's 30 games over 500.
then you got your Tommy Coughs.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
It's not as sexy as you want it.
No, it's real sexy.
No, it's
so
not.
sexy.
No, it's not.
It's not.
We were
it's
arguing
quite
about this
sexy.
the other night. Whether it's a smart move, a practical move.
It's pretty
okay. You
sexy.
can argue that, but sexy for a Jaguars fan.
No, a new Jaguars fan that you want to catch. Yeah, it's gonna get a couple more diehards in the seats.
Even
That
new
is all.
Jaguar fans. Even new Jaguar fans.
It will brand new. It will brand old.
I disagree.
Okay, you tell any Jaguar fan, we're going to bring in a guy. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings already. He's a proven coach.
And
Whoa,
he's
we've never
se-
done that
And
before.
he's 71 years old.
Yeah, so what you got? It's like a bridge coach because you're still gonna be looking for.
Yeah, that's my
in
point.
2 years.
I will take that f***ing bridge coach.
No,
Dick Vermeil was that bridge coach.
Yes. Okay, you gotta remember, Justin and I, we lived through the call
I
center
know.
here.
And
There's a big difference.
And it's good. It was great. He let the past be the past. He's not going to take us to the Super Bowl. Number
How do you
one.
know?
In 2 years, he's not going to do shit.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
In 2 years,
I believe
he
in
took us to the
miracles
AFC
because of Tom
championship
Coughlin.
All right,
Yeah.
but he's not going to do that
Yeah.
because it's different. It's different league. 20 years ago.
Okay.
Okay.
It's been 20 years since we won a Super Bowl, though. That's all I'm saying.
Number one, he's not going to do that. Our defense is not that great.
Not that bad.
It's very average at best.
You can work with the defense.
Yeah.
They got
Our
pieces
offense-
for it, definitely.
Yeah, the difference is...
Our offense isn't that great.
I feel like you've got more young pieces on the defense to work with than you do on the offense.
Yeah.
By far.
My point is he didn't even come out whenever he was interviewed on Jaguars Today. He didn't come out. He dodged around when they point blank asked him if he wanted to be a head coach again. He's like, I wouldn't mind being in the front office.
Well, obviously he's not going to ask about it when the job's still
Well,
being used.
This was way. This was like they point blank asked him, "Do you want to be a head coach?" He didn't say yes or no. He didn't ask me if he wanted to be a head coach of Jacksonville Jaguars. He didn't ask me if he wanted to be a head coach of Philadelphia Eagles. He didn't ask me if he wanted to be a head coach of San Diego Chargers.
I think when the dust settles, he's going to be some kind of football operations guy.
Probably.
Yes.
He's been connected to the vice
Yes, and that I'm
vice
totally
president
fine with.
of football operations to here, Buffalo's head coach, even though they have not released Rex Ryan, and he's been connected here. But there's also supposedly interest with Los Angeles, which there's no way he would go to Los Angeles. I could see it because he's always been an East Coast guy.
Yeah, he's
we
not a
talked
LA
about
guy
that.
at all.
Yeah.
My argument is that even to a fan who wasn't alive for those Jaguar teams, it's still a sexy option because as a Jaguar fan, we've never seen this team headed up by a proven coach. The closest we've had to a proven coach is Mike Mularkey. He is the only dude who's ever coached in Jacksonville that had previous NFL coaching experience at the head coach level.
Isn't Doug Marrone?
We haven't even seen
We
it.
haven't seen that yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's what he said, proven at this point.
Well, no,
And that doesn't even really
we
count
saw
as
it.
proven.
we haven't seen it.
Yeah, we saw it. He coached up there in the Buffalo Bills.
But he
I'm
hasn't coached
saying
here.
we haven't seen the Jaguars coached by a proven NFL coach. Doug Marrone,
This is done on Thursday night, prior to the Jags versus Titans.
you're still trying to make the argument based off of like 2 years in Buffalo.
Yes.
Oh, don't worry. I think he's utter trash, to be honest.
I won't say he's trash.
My point is we never hired a proven coach.
No.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
John Fox went from Carolina to Denver. He was a proven coach when he went to Denver
Right.
because he had taken his team to
A Super Bowl.
yeah.
The Super Bowl and lost. Awesome.
But he's still
Yes,
still
awesome.
a Super Bowl. That's
Better
one of
than
what
the
we've
Jaguars
seen.
have ever done.
Yes.
Yes, it's awesome.
They've been to 2 Super Bowls and still lost.
Okay, that's better than the
That's
Jaguars.
still better than what we've done.
Losing is losing in my book, guys.
Okay.
Hey, whatever you want to take it, bro. But still better than what we've done.
I mean, it sucks to suck, I guess.
We haven't hosted a playoff game since January 23rd, 2000. I'll take a losing Super Bowl here and there.
I'd take a respectable NFL team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be all over that.
I take a respectable NFL
Super
team.
Bowl or Super Bowl or no Super Bowl anytime soon. I take a respectable NFL team, and that's not something we've had in Jacksonville for like 8 or 9 years.
Yeah.
So, that a proven like successful NFL coach would make that more probable.
Well, that's the thing. Tom would add respectability back to the franchise. At the same time, I would want him to have a protege, someone to come with him, like a Sean McVay from Washington, who they say is a very bright mind, up-and-coming guy. Maybe looking at some jobs at some point in the future, but not right now.
So your guy is Tom.
Yes, right now, maybe he would be my first choice.
Who's your first choice, Jason?
I don't have a first choice yet.
You got nobody?
You got no first choice? No one?
No.
Ass hater.
I just don't.
He just hates Tom to hate him. He's old.
Yeah, he's old and like
He
CJ.
just has 2 Super Bowls.
Like, I don't give a about. Okay, let's talk about Bill Cowher coming back from coming back to coach. Let's talk about Tony Dungy coming back to coach. Who the cares?
Well, those guys don't want to coach, and I don't want to coach anymore.
Yeah, and they've been coaching like half a decade or a decade.
What are you looking for? Sort of.
I don't care. I don't care if it's offense or defense.
Well, if you don't care, then we're gonna hire Tom Coughlin.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
Coughlin's an offensive guy.
All right, I'm good.
Jason's pumped.
Yeah. If I had to pick sexy options,
I know we're going sexy.
one of the sexy options out there would be Sean Payton, who's a whole career being a quarterback's coach, passing game coach, offensive coordinator. He's coached in a couple Super Bowls.
Oh, God.
And he's got a ring. That always helps.
But his defense is
An offensive-minded guy who actually cares about winning.
Yeah.
That's going to be an easy one to check off the list. I think any coach we bring in that's not Gus Bradley is going to actually care about wins and losses.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah, we didn't compete.
That's a dude that cares about winning.
Yeah, that's very true. He does.
Yeah, at all costs.
Yeah, we saw that with Bounty Gate.
Yeah.
That's not a...
That's a guy that wants to win.
Yeah. Can't really dispute that one. I would be kind of really, really intrigued with your boy up in New England.
Bill Belichick, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah, me too. I will take
Josh McDaniels.
I'll take the hoodie.
Josh
for
McDaniels
1,000.
is the realistic option coming out of there.
The only thing is, he really doesn't have it into his credibility.
I don't know what you're talking
Supposedly
about.
they have a
He
good
ran-
working relationship with Tom Brady. So
Well, I mean, he's got that, obviously.
I don't know where you were in the mid 2000s, but he ran off Jay Cutler and Brandon Marshall so he could get Tim Tebow, and then he won a playoff game.
I thought it was John Fox that won the playoff game.
no, Josh McDaniels.
No, it's Josh McDaniels.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, so he's got that to his name. In spite of his terrible personnel decisions, he still won more playoff games than Gus Bradley.
Yes, this is
Or
a
Marvin
fact.
Lewis.
That does, Marvin Lewis, that's true too. But I mean, I think taking another shot, getting another chance at it, like some coaches, I think he's definitely learned, especially going back to the hoodie.
Everybody assumes he has. I don't know if he has.
What's the other coordinator? The one on
Todd
defense.
Haley.
Todd
Haley.
Haley.
UNF grad Todd Haley. So you got that going for you. And that would fit the mold of your typical guy we would go after in Jacksonville. We would go after an up and comer, a young guy.
Supposedly they want to retread, so we got to start throwing out some more coaches that were former coaches, like
Both of those guys,
like North Turner.
Both of those guys are retread. Todd Haley,
What about
head
North?
coach out in Kansas City. Josh McDaniels is head coach in Denver.
Yeah, I mean
Yes.
we got a total of 3, 4, possibly 4. North Turner do anything for you guys?
No,
No.
Oh, come on. Great offensive genius.
Yeah, maybe as an
gives
offensive
me the
coordinator.
opposite
That's
of
about it.
direction.
Norvell Turner can sit his ass at home for all I give it now.
Yeah, he ain't gonna come to Jacksonville.
No, he's good.
Does
What he did with that great Minnesota offense.
He's gonna remove himself from consideration, like Brian Billick,
Yeah.
so that way it hurts less whenever he doesn't get a phone call.
Or Mike Shanahan.
Yeah. Moral of the story:
Mike
Brian Billick
Shanahan
can go eat a dick.
Mike Shanahan came out and said that she should hire his son over him.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna be
weird.
a problem because his son is a much hotter coaching option than him.
I like Lane Kiffin, to be honest. And he already took an FAU head coaching job.
Lane
Yeah.
Kiffin. Wow.
He's a fiery son of a bitch.
He is the
Yeah, he is fiery.
he is the most
sure.
hyped coach in the history of football. I don't get it
I don't even understand it either.
because that's gotten him.
A third coaching job at the collegiate level,
It got him an NFL coaching job.
which is crazy. At the age of 31, right?
Yeah, NFL coaching job, and that was obviously a fail. And then a head coaching job at Tennessee, and that was pretty much a fail. And then USC, they wouldn't let him get on the damn bus home. That is the
You
definition
know
of a
you did
fail.
something that you pissed someone off when.
And that son of a bitch is a head coach again.
Yeah, but he's progressively
Yeah, he's falling down that ladder.
he's downgraded quite a bit.
He's tumbling
But
down the ladder.
I don't know, guys. I mean, none of those 4 coaches really sound that great. Out of all of them, like I hate to admit it, but Tom Coughlin sounds like the most proven.
He's obviously has the most.
He's obviously
he's
the
got
most proven. He's a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah,
He had 2 Super Bowls.
but
Down to be Hall of Famer.
But I just wonder how much fire a 71-year-old that's already done it.
Fucking Dick Vermeil won a Super Bowl, and he was old as hell.
Yeah.
That's
and they say he's a young 71
Yeah,
or 70 right now. He'll be
They
71.
went to back-to-back Super Bowls. They would have won. I mean, if it weren't for the damn Patriots,
The Bucks.
they would have won back-to-back Super Bowls with Grandpa Dick Vermeil. So I mean, old coaches can get it done, and it's all about the fire. It's all about the fire.
That is.
I would love a short window of awesome.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
If it
no,
happened.
I want a 20-year window of awesome.
Sure, but if I have to choose between what I've had
20
and a
and
short
2,
window of awesome,
20.
I'm on it.
My thing is, if he was to get hired, he would probably still have to get a staff, which he would have to get a new staff anyways, because his staff is in New York right now.
That's
Yeah.
the whole point of who is he going to bring with him?
Right.
Who's he going to bring
And
with him?
that goes a long way. That's why I suggested someone like McVay, someone up and comer, young, youthful mind, energetic, along with him, that he could groom as his successor within 2, 3, 4 years. However long it would be. Let him do it for a couple of years as he transitions into the front office or whatever he wants to do. Playing golf.
We just
Working with the J
traded
Fund.
Sean Payton and Drew Brees, like that one guy on the radio said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I'll give 2 first-round draft picks for 2
That's
years.
by far the sexiest
two-
outcome.
All right, yeah, trade 2 first-round draft picks for the next 2 years for 2 years of awesome. Because that's what it's going to take to pull them 2 away.
Boy,
For dang sure.
Drew Brees is going to think that our offensive line is the shit.
Probably after what he had to
Yeah.
Man, he'll be in hog heaven.
Because literally, Drew Brees, how much longer do you think Drew Brees has got? He ain't long for this world, right?
Another year, maybe.
Maybe
If that.
maybe a year or 2.
Yeah, I was going to too.
He's
Son.
only throwing up 48 points.
Yeah.
He's still there right
Oh,
now.
he's still there, but I mean, if he lasts in that same offensive line, he ain't move much longer.
Exactly. He's going to get broken soon.
Those would be my suggestions. I would not be upset with Mike Smith. It's not sexy. It's not wonderful.
I would not be stoked about Mike Smith, but
I would be
wouldn't
alright.
mad about Mike Smith. I think Mike Smith is going to be overall a good coach.
But you just don't know if he's the one that would get you to the promised land
Yeah.
because of what he did in Atlanta. But he did get him close a couple times.
Yeah, but they had a quarterback.
That goes a long way too. Man,
Yes.
go back and get the quarterback. We tried it, and have to do it a different way. We have to actually acquire it through trade sometime.
I don't know what they do, but I'm glad we get to start moving forward early.
Yes. And I think that's something that kind of moved along with Gus is they wanted to get it out of the way after Fisher got fired in Los Angeles.
And honestly, the signs kind of point to Tom.
They do. They really
So,
do.
like, if they wanted to get a jump start on things, it's because they want to announce somebody like Coughlin early. Somebody
And-
that's not coaching now.
Well, right. And if you listen to Dave's statements, he made the comment on how late they hired Gus and his staff being put together, which had ramifications, obviously, because his first staff was pretty crappy.
Yeah.
It showed, obviously. I mean, look at the coordinators he went through, which was kind of on Gus. And he had to do different amendments to his staff because of how late he put everything together. Dave wants to change this now.
Yeah, you want to get somebody that has experience putting that staff together. Just experience in general. Like, everybody was OJT. Like, from 2013 to now, everybody was OJT. OJT, owner, GM, head coach, team. Like, everybody was just brand new,
Right.
green, trying to figure it out.
Right.
I want somebody who knows what the they're doing.
I can't agree more. 100%. I guess with that, we're going to close this one out before we get the Tennessee Titans rolling to town. And I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Yep, good luck at the singles party.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. CJ, you going?
That sounds exciting. No, I'm not.
CJ's not going to find his honey for the holidays. That's some bleak, sad stuff.
That is bleak when you're doing a singles party at the
Oof.
stadium on Christmas Eve.
You don't want to make a hookup, you got to do a Mama Ride.
Maybe they'll do ASL like they did back in the old AOL days. Said that beforehand. What's your ASL?
31, yes, Jacksonville.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, thanks for joining us and have a Merry Christmas and Happy Festivus. Follow us on Boltcastify, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all social media sites you can think of. Have a great night. Be blessed.
Merry Christmas! Dinner was full!